First Marlowe Wax, and then in a few minutes Garrett Shrader will join us as well. So we'll start with questions from Marlowe about the bowl.
Marlowe, coach was just talking to us about how some of the defensive guys you lost early this season can make a return in the bowl game. What does that mean to you, just kind of leading the defense that was a little banged up this year?
Oh yeah, definitely. Just losing any starters is definitely hard, but the people that came in during the season just definitely played a big part and just did a lot. But the people that's going to be able to come back and just contribute more things is going to be, we're going to need everybody that's going to be there.
Yeah.
Marlowe, getting to a bowl game this season, after everything the team has been through, starting 6-0, going through all those injuries and the adversity that came with it, knowing that you're advancing to a 13th game, just what that means to you as someone who committed here a few years ago.
Oh yeah, and the way the season ended, it wasn't good, but we're still going to a bowl game, something that hasn't happened here in a few years, so definitely still got to be grateful, and I just hope that all the fans are still grateful about it, because a bowl game is still it's just something amazing. It's something that we're grateful for. So this 13th game is going to be really fun, and it's going to be a lot of great times going on.
Emily?
What was your initial reaction just to finding out the Pinstripe Bowl was where you guys were landing and your opponent, Minnesota?
Yeah, I had a little bit of feeling it was going to be that, but just being able to be in New York City during Christmas time is definitely going to be fun. A lot of people have been talking about it, like teammates and stuff, but I'm just ready for it. It's my first bowl game. I'm just ready to see what happens.
Do you have any activities you're hoping the team gets to do?
I mean, I don't have anything in mind right now, but I'm ready just to have fun with everybody.
Marlowe, there were a few guys that came back to this team specifically to get to the bowl game. Have you had a chance to talk to Michael and Garrett Williams and some of those players, and now that you know where you're going and what you're doing and how they're feeling about that?
Oh yeah, like people like Michael, Burge, and G-Dub, they talk about it all the time about what they came back for is really happening now. Like the bowl game is something it really was the reason they came back. I feel like they had something to prove, and just getting this 13th game is really what they're so happy for, and just happy for the people that's coming in. They're just happy to set that standard.
Yeah.
Marlowe, who are some of those guys that have had to step up defensively in that next man up approach that you feel like have really impressed you on the team this season?
Yeah, so just really in the linebacker room, people like when Steph went down, Derek McDonald came in, knows everything that's going on, making plays. Another person like Anwar Sparrow, I've been hearing people talk about him. He's been having double-digit tackle games and just having that playmaker ability. He's really been playing good.
Anything else from Marlowe? Brent?
Marlowe, I know you guys haven't started a game plan yet, but Minnesota's got one of the best running backs in the country.
Yeah.
He's had some challenges there in the running game. What's kind of that thought process now, knowing that he's going to be across the field? He may or may not be on the field to see, but if he does play.
Yeah, so that's my boy, Muhammad. He's from Baltimore, if y'all didn't know. I talked to him a lot, but we're ready for the challenge. Right? Ain't nothing that we're going to back down from, but I feel like Coach White and we're going to game plan really good, and we're going to be ready for it.
Have you played against him in high school? Did you have any battles against him?
I played against him once. I was a freshman, he was a senior, so I didn't see the field that much, but he was definitely talk of the town back then. When he was a senior, he was one of the best backs in Baltimore area, so it was definitely fun to play against him. It's definitely going to be something. It's going to be fun again to see him again this coming end of the month.
Yeah, individually, what does this extra time kind of help you from the standpoint? You didn't have to deal with many injuries or as much banged up, but again, Coach was talking about how even for the players that played the whole year, you guys are still banged up from that whole season. Oh yeah, of course. After playing a full season is hard, 100%. No matter if you have an extra game, but everybody's banged up. Every single team, somebody's banged up. But this extra time is definitely just relax time and just rest your bodies. But also, we still got to stay locked in. Still got to be ready because we got to win this game. It's just keep your body ready, keep your strength up, and just be ready for end of the month.
Back to Dan.
Marlowe, would you consider this from the moment you came into Syracuse the best moment that you've had, like you said, finally getting to a bowl game, and just how you would describe the emotion of this and the road to get here? Because a lot of people focus on the destination, not the journey. Yeah, it's definitely, I got to say, one of the best moments since I've been here. When I first came in my freshman year, it was hard. Everybody know about that first 2020 year. So definitely I feel like we've been getting better each and every year, but it definitely has been a grind. Definitely people just needing to come together, coaches coming together, everybody, just whole Syracuse community. I just feel like we're ready for it, and just time to celebrate. When you saw that 1 in 10 that first season out of the gate. Looking back at that now and having a 13th game has got to have not only a chip on your shoulder, but also some pride in that too.
Yeah, 100%. It's you look back and like you get happy about it, but you appreciate it that it happened because you're just able to grow from it. Just really just like you said, that chip on the shoulder is just keep getting bigger and bigger, and just remember that you've had lows and just appreciate all the highs that you're having right now.
Will you have any family or friends coming to the game?
Oh yeah, my mom. Everybody know my mom. She's gonna be at the game, but I think I'm definitely gonna have some other family and friends. Since New York City is a little closer to home than other games, but like some people are gonna be able to drive up to the game. I'm definitely gonna have some.
What's it going to be like when you're going to be able to share this moment with them?
Oh yeah, it's gonna be great. Since I've never been in a bowl game, it's gonna be great. Since I am going to maybe have a little bit more people at the game, it's gonna be a real good feeling. Plus, it's near Christmas. It's gonna be good. Yeah.
Any other questions from Marlo?
You're going to be playing in New York City. There's a large Syracuse alumni base there. It's not that far of a drive from here. Do you have a message to all the Syracuse fans that are going to be going to the game?
Yeah, just be ready to celebrate. We going it off real good for y'all. Just come and have fun. That's all, really.
All right, anything else? Good. All right, thank you, Marlo.
Appreciate y'all.
Thank you. Thank you.
That time.
Joined by quarterback Garrett Shrader. Questions for Garrett? Emily, please up.
Garrett, just initial reaction to finding out it was the Pinstripe Bowl you guys are going to and Minnesota being your opponent.
Say that again?
Just initial reaction to it being the Pinstripe Bowl that you guys are headed to and Minnesota as your opponent.
I'm excited. I'm proud of our guys and all the stuff that we've done this year. There is still a big feeling of kind of underachieving aspect just from being hurt and the circumstances that we were dealing with. But we know what we're capable as a team, and we're just happy to make it back to a bowl game because kind of get this shit going back the right way, and we're excited to play against a great opponent.
Dan?
Garrett, from coming into Syracuse to this moment, just how you would describe the journey to get to this bowl game and get a 13th opportunity this season?
Absolutely. It hadn't been easy. Met a bunch of great guys, extremely grateful for the coaching staff that we have, and especially Coach Babers and just the opportunity that he gave me. And then still having a lot of turnover from a coaching staff standpoint, but grateful for Coach Nye, Coach Beck to come in and really give us the opportunity, give me the opportunity to develop and grow. And I'm especially looking forward to that moving forward. But just I'm proud of our guys, and we got a lot of guys, and we got a lot of guys coming back next year too. So I'm definitely excited, but just get those extra practice, especially to build momentum going into next season. So I'm excited.
You keep talking about next season. People worry about the transfer portal. So can we expect to see you back under center?
As of right now, absolutely. I plan on coming back next year. I'll finish my college career here. I'll say that.
More questions for Garrett?
Yeah, just this year, we kind of having those November struggles. Does the bowl game kind of offer a clean slate for you guys? What's your approach going into this to kind of take the momentum from the BC game into this?
Yeah, especially that fourth quarter in particularly. Late season it gets tough, especially with just the depth that we've had and the injuries, especially when things are dwindling down, and you got that back half of tough opponents. Not that they were necessarily even tougher than the first half, but just all those factors that kind of go together, and that's what makes it tough to win in November, especially up here. But these last couple of weeks it was good to finish out with the win against BC, obviously, and then just rest up like we have been these past 2 weeks and moving into this week when we start our prep. But it's been good. No, definitely excited to build momentum going into next year.
Right.
Garrett, there's a number of guys that came back, like Michael and Garrett Williams and Andre, for this reason, to go to a bowl game. Have you had a chance to talk to them? And I'm sure they're pretty excited about this chance. Big for the whole team, but does it mean a little bit more for those guys? Absolutely.
I think it's the stranger thing hearing is that the guys in my class that I graduated in the same class with high school with, they've never been to a bowl game here. Because it was the 18 team, which is there's only a few actually on this roster that went to that game. So, just happy that the guys that are leaving could go out on a high note, and hopefully we can just continue to build and develop everybody else.
We've seen today a lot of quarterbacks that are jumping in the portal just from the ACC alone. You've been there, but even since you did it, it's changed dramatically. Just what do you think of the portal is at as we stand here?
Yeah, I think it's interesting, and looking around and just seeing the different situations, scenarios, trying to see what makes sense and all that stuff. But I mean, I'm happy where I'm at, and I definitely feel like this is a team, and with the offense that we have, and we're already building and keep getting ready for next year. I'm already, I kind of forget about the bowl game. I'm already excited for next year, thinking about it. But just how good we can be, and we made a lot of strides this year, but it's going to be light years next year. So I'm definitely looking forward to it, and just starting these next couple of weeks and getting ready for the bowl game to start next year off on the right tone.
More questions, please?
What do you know about Minnesota? Have you been paying attention to them this season at all?
I have not officially started looking at them, but they just finished the breakdown. And from it sounds like they play like a Big Ten team, physical, and that element of and that aspect of the game. So I have not personally watched them yet, but I definitely want to start these next 2 days after I can knock out a little schoolwork. So.
And were you guys, as a team, were you guys together yesterday when you guys found out about the bowl games, or just going through the group chat?
I'm trying to remember. I don't think so. No, I think we were a little scattered around, but we had an idea. And I mean, it's exciting, close to home for us now, and a lot of people can travel too if they want to, so I think it'll be good.
Dan?
Garrett, I asked you in the beginning of the season about Coach and Coach Beck coming in, and you keep talking about how it's going to be light years better next season. From that moment that they walked in and started to train you and help you out to expand your game, what can you say about how that's been for you as a quarterback and why you believe it'll be light years better?
Just the autonomy that they give their quarterbacks to play, and it's not a rigid system. It's air raid guided principles, and then we obviously do a lot more than the original. A lot of the other teams do that run the system, but because Coach and does a great job of adapting to his personnel sets, unlike a lot of air raid teams where they just let everybody leave, and then they'll have that rebuilding year, and then they'll bring in transfers and do all that stuff. But just being able to play with that autonomy, and they don't want you to think a whole lot, and let things come to you naturally. And they build the game plans around the skill sets that you have. And I thought we did a good job this year, and losing a lot of components, it had to change the way we played, especially when I got banged up. And like we think about losing Rhino, it totally changed the shape of our identity as an offense. But moving to next year, we know we're kind of guiding how we recruit and the stuff that we're going to be doing around the skill set that we already have. And we got a lot of skilled guys that do a lot of good stuff. And so I'm just looking forward to develop that and build that even more this next offseason and get moving to next year.
You mentioned Rhino and not having him, just what he's meant to this offense and to this program, and if you kind of put the bug in Dino's ear that you got to go find somebody like Rhino now.
Yeah, I mean, I missed a lot of it. I've only heard half the stories about him and his career here and all the stuff, all the things that he did. And I've watched some old tape every now and then, and you see him playing guard and just a tight end. And even this past year, we didn't. I didn't realize even personally how much he meant to this offense and how good of a player he actually is. And it changed the way that we did a lot of things. So I was grateful for him, and I'm excited for him moving forward. But yeah, no, there are definitely some holes that we need to fill, and I got to get a lot better personally, and it starts with me. I feel that way. But I mean, we also got a bunch of skill guys that can do a lot of stuff, and I'm excited.
Take two more for Garrett, starting with Tommy.
Garrett, do you have any family or friends that are going to be headed to the Pinstripe Bowl?
I believe so. I think all 5 of my immediate family will be there. I don't know anybody outside of that.
I know you mentioned that they've come up obviously to see some of your games. What has it been like just having them experience this college journey of yours with you?
It's been a lot better ever since I came to ACC, because that East Coast, everything's a lot more regional. So even away games are probably more like home games for me. Like Clemson, Wake, and then the NC State games, and all those types of programs, UNC, any of those local schools that will be able to play or have played so far. Virginia Tech too. I forgot that's 3 hours from home too. So it's been nice.
And Michael, last question.
There's been a couple guys in the receivers room that said they're going to hit the portal, but of the guys that sound like they're sticking around, Gadsden sounds like he's staying, Damian Alford sounds like he's staying. What does it mean to have at least those 2 weapons moving forward, not just for the bowl game, but for next season too?
Yeah, I mean, the way things played out is the guys that I guess we lost a lot of talented guys that just were not contributing as much as they feel like they're capable of, and part of that is true. But, I mean, we look at our production, the guys that are going to be back and should be back are the guys that are going to be staying. And, why would they leave? And I don't think the portal just works just so people can leave just cause, but and it seems like there is a little bit of that, but just finding stuff that makes sense, and especially everything that we're doing is going to be built around those guys who do contribute and have the talent to make those plays. And there's even going to be some guys that didn't start out playing very much at the beginning of this year that will be playing next year, and even in the bowl game. So I think these next 3 weeks, we'll really start to shape who we want to be as a team moving forward, even in the next season. I think that'll be fun to see. And there's a lot of big players I'm excited to see step up, and I want to see them go out and play and give them a chance. 2 that I think of immediately is Dan Valori and LeQuint, and just the stuff that you kind of seen from them. And I want to see we're going to give them a chance to let their roles grow a little bit, and because I know they're both really passionate, fiery guys, and I'm excited to give them the ball and see how they can contribute and make us a better team.
Thank you. All right. Thanks, Garrett.
Thank you.
Two quick reminders while I have everybody. I sent a credential link to